And Wahpeton was here last night practicing over in Bismarck at the Sanford Sports Complex on the turf, a full practice, about 2 hours long. And I can tell you what, not every team was doing that. Devil's Lake rolled into the hotel today. I'm sure some of the other teams did too. And it's good to stay fresh. It was hot out, but Wahpeton acclimating themselves to this turf. Of course, they play at the iconic John Randall Field, which has been known to have a hop or two, good and bad. This is the Class A state baseball tournament. It is the best time of the year. We got 4th of July baseball. We got fall football, Friday night lights, but nothing beats the boys of summer when the calendar turns to August, and it's become a yearly business trip for Wahpeton. It's been an all East region in this tournament so far. Number 4 seed Valley City, 14-5 thumping over the top seed Bismarck. That included a late home run. Kindred, 10-0 over the number 3 seed from the West, Watford, and then number 3 Devils Lake, 10-0 over number 2 Minot. So 34-5 through 3 games in this tournament, East Region dominance. Welcome back to B92.7 FM, where the B stands for baseball, and tonight it's state baseball. The boys of summer at it again. This year it's Mandan. I'm Robert Wanek coming to you from Veterans Memorial Ballpark, BNC National Bank Field. Number 1 seed Wahpeton out of the East facing number 4 seed Mandan. A little bit of home cooking on their turf field, and it is a pressure cooker, folks. 94 degrees.
The American Legion Baseball Code of Sportsmanship. I will keep the rules, keep my faith in my teammates.
Well, I'm excited to go on the road. A few away trips we have. Make postseason. That's 2 more trips on the road to kind of just enjoy time and spend time with the guys, create bonds that are going to last a while, and go and ultimately win another state championship.
I like how you said that, make postseason, because it's not a guarantee to make postseason.
No.
So keeping a good head on your shoulders. So here we are at the Class A state tournament in Mandan. Wahpeton looking to defend their title. I'm Robert Wanek on B92.7 FM. Lefty Jack Took hits that one deep to left field. Burns Skylar Blado. It's going to 2-hop the fence. Took's got a little speed, and he's going to get into second base standing. Braxton Pauly works around a double, gets a strikeout with back-to-back nasty changeups down in the zone. And Took's hat flies off once again. Check swing gets him, and no chance at that fastball. They're going to have to adjust. 3-1 to Jackson Fleaflick. Big hack has him going down to one knee, his back leg. He swings through it, 3-2. Klosterman has a chance to add to his RBI total on the season. He's driven in 20. Klosterman drives that one past the shortstop. They're going to wave Hockert around. Couldn't happen to a better kid to drive in the first round of the state tournament, Mr. Wahpeton, who Huskies basketball coach Jeff Ralph called the best teammate I've ever coached. Bubba picks up back-to-back Ks. 0-1. See if Kappas jumps on it here. Hinckley goes. Pitches a strike down the middle. Head first slide by Hinckley. Just gets in there. So that is a big, big steal for Miles Hinckley, doing his best Ricky Henderson impersonation there. Another wild pitch. Hinckley's going to race home. There will be no throw. Second pitch on the way. King hits that a mile to center field. Back, back, back. One hops the wall. 390. And King's digging for a triple. Here comes Big Bird into third standing. But they'd surely like to tack onto this 2-0 lead. There's a squeeze play. Here comes King to the plate, and he's in head first. Aiden Hayek bunts a pitch that was about 2 feet above his head. Bunts it, gets it down. That's how you do the squeeze play. All or nothing. Aiden Hayek with an RBI bunt. First pitch to Kappas is hit pretty hard to left field. Looks like it's going to run the alley, and it's going to get down. Jaden King, wide open stance. Here comes the pitch. Hits that one hard. past the second baseman into right field. That's going to score one. Here comes Plato. Play at the plate. He's out. Copy out there in right field. One hopper threw it up the line, just like you're taught. And a nice play at the plate gets Skylar Plato. Tag on the hip as he goes head first, applied by Adam Walker. So Wahpeton, 1 run in each of the first 4 innings. They lead 4-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Pitch on the way, he squares around a bunt, and he's going to foul that one back, and it's caught. Excellent job there by Adam Walker. Those balls are so hard to pick up, to get the mask off, to avoid the umpire, and to catch that big-time play by the catcher. That one driven up the middle. Langenwalter takes a stab at it. Second baseman can't catch it. It's going to be a leadoff single. In the dirt, blocked by Fleetfoot. It's going to be a wild pitch. It's bouncing all over the place. Ends up in the on-deck circle. Mandan scores their second run of the inning. So Skylar Plato quickly up 0-2 on the 9-hitter. Sits him down. Punch out. Curveball. See you later, Skylar Plato. Full count pitch from Plato. That one's hit to center field. Hinckley with a chance to redeem himself. He lets it drop in front of him. Sends him packing with the curveball way out front. That one's hit by Took to the outfield. Right fielder King comes up and gets it, hits the cutoff right away, and that's going to strand all the runners. But the bases are now loaded. 0-1, Skylar Plato to Gerhardt. Curveball again, fought off to left field to Braden Steffens. Ball game. Wahpeton wins. Braden Steffens checks in as a defensive replacement in the 7th inning and catches the final out. The Class A state tournament opening round. Wahpeton 4, Mandan 2 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Bubba Pauley gets the win. Skylar Plato gets the save.
But Braxton is my sort of pitcher. He's the kind of guy that I want on my team. He wants the ball. He's never shy about taking the ball. He attacks the zone. He challenges hitters. He can hit spots, and he has 3 to 4 pitches he can throw for strikes. It's just fun to watch him pitch. And the thing that's very effective about him too is the movement he has on his ball. He's hittable. Guys could put the bat on the ball, but it's a lot of weak contact. And with that, he has quick innings. And so he goes out there and he's throwing 10, 12 pitch innings. And before you know it, Braxton Pauley has a complete game. He's throwing 80 pitches. Game over.
Asking you to pitch the division championship game and then obviously a big game, the first game of state. How does that feel to have that kind of confidence in you?
Oh, it feels really good, especially given the fact that I missed I missed all of spring ball season and came in a little late in summer ball season and started off a little shaky. My first appearance was all right. I relieved and then eventually worked up to a starter. Had a rough go around at West Fargo, but I feel like I bounced back and just came out and threw and I just do me.
Thank you for joining us tonight. Wahpeton Post 20, 1-0. They will face Devils Lake East Division rivalry game here. We're a little bit late getting set up as Kindred had a big bottom of the 6th inning to come back, bust open a 4-4 game. They defeated Valley City 11-5. Valley City will play Mandan tomorrow. Mandan bounced back today with a 9-1 win over the Minot Metros. Bismarck Reps, they beat Watford City 8-1. Yesterday's results, Valley City opened up 14-5 win over the top seed Bismarck, continuing their Cinderella story. Number 1 seed Wahpeton taking on the number 3 seed Devils Lake, an East-on-East matchup here. First time these teams met this year. Devils Lake won the first game, and then Wahpeton came back, and Caden Kappas pitched a gem. 10 strikeouts, 3-hitter, complete game, and Kappas, he'll be back out there again tonight. Fastball at the knees, looking 84 again. Strike 3. Kappas is shoving to start this game. 1-2, backwards K. Just kidding. Everybody, including me, was heading to the bottom of the first inning, but that's going to be a ball low. Got a little ahead of myself there, folks. 2-2. Curveball. That one is going to be a backwards K. Oh my gosh. but apparently he was signaling for a base on balls. Tough luck there in that AB. He had a fastball that looked like it caught part of the plate, and that curveball was right where he wanted it. Wild pitch on the next one, and Devils Lake's got a runner in scoring position. Two-bagger for Beck, 2 runs for Devils Lake, and the number 3 seed makes a statement in the first inning on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Beck jumped on that one, dropped the barrel on a low pitch in the zone, and drove it to left center field, right between the outfielders. No chance for either of them to get it. Gets a swinging miss on a ball that skips just behind the plate, so Kappas says, I'll do it anyways. First pitch to Fleeflet is hit hard up the middle, diving play by the second baseman. He can't get it, it's going to run past the center fielder all the way to the fence, 385 feet away, and here comes Fleeflet. He takes the helmet off with his own hand, and he's going to go for a Little League home run. He's rounding third, he hits the corner of the bag, and he's going to get into home plate standing. Jackson Fleeflet says, how do you like that? He's getting mobbed by his teammates. He's pointing down at the field. You can read his lip. This is my field. Jackson Fleeflet rips a single up the middle, and the center fielder comes screaming towards the baseball. Can't scoop it up. Where does a guy like Jackson Fleeflet rank all time? I mean, among post-20 players.
Well, I can't answer all time amongst all because I haven't coached them all, right? So I can talk about the players that I've coached in my 10 seasons. And that's tough. I would really need to sit and think, but I have a pretty good answer off the top of my head. I've been fortunate enough to coach some great baseball players. And we're talking about 20 plus of my players that I've been fortunate enough to coach have went on to play collegiately. So obviously some really good players right there.
And many of them are state champions.
Obviously. Right. But Jackson, without question, is a top 10. I mean, there's no doubt about it. What he could do defensively for us, and everyone, and including your numbers, which is extremely fair, talks about what he did with the bat. I mean, he's a phenomenal hitter, right? He could hit for power, he could hit for average. What was really important with Jackson is what he did for us behind the plate. He absolutely shut running games down to the point where teams just didn't even try to run against him. They weren't going to, well, maybe we should try one steal here or there. They just, no, we're not going to even run because we're not going to give him an out. And that's pretty impressive. And we had this talk with Jackson here not too long ago. It was when Jackson became a catcher, his first game catching was the regional championship in 14U. So just 5 years ago. He caught that regional championship game against Bemidji, and then we went to the World Series, and there was 10 guys thrown out at the World Series. 5 of them were thrown out by Jackson. He was 5 for 5. And from that point forward, I mean, he's turned himself into what he is as a catcher.
He's down 0-2 in the count. He's down 0-3 in the count. That's a strikeout. Caden Kappas slams the door on that AB, and he's got 1 out in the 6th.
I was kind of getting a little down on myself, not being able to hit the ball at the leadoff spot. But if I can't do it offensively, I got to do it defensively somehow, or pitching. And I went out there and knew that was my last game on the bump. Went out there and gave it my all. Rough first inning against Devils Lake, but settled in after that.
Kappas digs down deep, throws 107 pitches. So Caden Kappas gives up 2 runs in a 30-pitch first inning, and the rest of the way, butter. Just cruises through this Devils Lake lineup. He gets a hug from Jackson Fleeflet, his catcher. Are you excited to have him back as your catcher this year?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Jackson, he was my roommate, first year at college, probably my best friend too. That wouldn't want to play with anyone else.
Laying Walter to Klosterman, that's how this ball game ends. Wahpeton 10, Devils Lake 2 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Now let's jump into your Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show, a tradition of good taste and company. Wahpeton is 28-6 on the season, 5-0 in the playoffs. They've also won 5 games by 1 run this season, so they are battle-tested, and they have 10 games where they've scored double-digit runs, so things can go sideways in a hurry. Jaden King, he's going to be on the mound today. Right on cue, they were playing Left Hand Free by Alt J before the game, and Big J, Jaden King, Big Bird. He's going to have his left hand free, throwing lots of nasty stuff.
Jaden King he's one of the best pitchers in the state.
We're going to get a good rivalry game here. A couple small town teams. Post 20 has won 6 of the last 7 against Kindred dating back to last year. 3-2, Jaden King gets him swinging and missing. Strike 3 looking, outer half, 2 up, 2 down. Off-speed pitch, belt high, catches him window shopping, and that's going to do it for the first inning. Jaden King strikes out the side.
You know, he's hitting 89, 90 on the gun, so.
Payoff pitch on the way, and he cashes in with his 5th strikeout of the ball game. Bottom of the 2nd inning, Cooper Klosterman leads it off with a base hit up the middle. Right on cue, Mr. Wahpeton, Cooper Klosterman. King with another 2-2 count here. Stares over the top of his glove. Out of the windup, Jaden King gets a ugly looking swing there. Pulled out the 9-iron, ended up in the bunker. That's a strikeout. I've said it before, he's got that Evo shield on his left arm, looking like Tony Stark, the Iron Man out there, not afraid to take a fastball. As the 1-2 hits him on the Evo shield, he stays put. Blado bunts it again, but it bounces right back up, and it hit him in the face. Looks like he used his batting glove to check his nose or his mouth for blood, but no harm, no foul, and he's back in there. Takes a couple looks at second. Blado asks for time, and he doesn't get it, and he's going to spray it down the right field line, and it's just inside the line for a single. Caden Kappas is going to check up at third. So Skylar Blado asks the umpire for time. He doesn't get it, throws his hands at the baseball, and it's a single to right field. Hits that one hard to right field. That one's tailing, and it's going to be caught, but it's going to be a sacrifice fly as well, as Kappas tags and scores easily. Wahpeton 1, Kindred 0. King fires 3-2. Strike 3. Lucky number 7 for Jaden King. Over King's head. Diving play by Kappas at shortstop. Cannon to first base. Out. Caden Kappas took about a millisecond to dive for that play. Pop up to his feet. Fire to Klosterman. Jaden King gets out of the inning with his super senior gold glover at shortstop. Wahpeton 1, Kindred 0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Are you having fun yet? Let's head to the bottom of the 4th.
And the second half, he just locked in, and what he did defensively for us, and manning the shortstop, pulling that whole infield together as the leader of the infield was major. And in the postseason, I think he made 2 absolute web gems that could probably make ESPN's top plays, which got us out of 2 innings and just huge. So.
There's a slump buster for number 11. 3 strikeouts yesterday. Welcome to the hit column for Nick Langenwalter. And that's what having a good glove does for you. And that earns him a spot in the lineup night in and night out, and he takes advantage. Wahpeton center fielder at the plate, drives that one to right field. That's going to run all the way to the fence. Here comes Hinckley speeding around to second base, and he's going to check up there. Miles Hinckley with a double. Driving in a run, his 3rd RBI of the state tournament. He does the knocking knuckles over at second base. He said, you see that? I hit that one hard. Went all the way to the corner. Put my team up 2-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Strike 3 looking on the inner half. Spellhawk can't believe it. Swing and a miss. It's going to ricochet all the way to the Kindred dugout. Bare hand by Fleeflet. Pitch was almost too good for Jaden King. His 8th strikeout results in a base runner. 2-0. That one is hit high to right field. Blado retreating, and that's going to carry all the way to the wall. Blado can't grab it. It's going to bounce off the wall. He's having trouble finding it. Double for Hess. Big time hit to right field. As that one is going to be a wild pitch for Kindred's first run of the ball game. Grounder to the mound. King snags it. There's going to be a play at the plate. Throws it to Fleeflet, and he chases the runner down and tags him. He tagged him right on his tail end, and there's no call from either umpire. And they're going to have a conversation about it. Jackson Fleeflet chased the runner about 60 feet down the line, dove and tagged him right on his behind. And the third base made no effort to get an angle on it at all. He just stood at third base with his hands on his hips, and they got to get this one right. That's the tying run at third base, and this conversation has taken much too long for comfort for Wahpeton. He's out. So they get together, they get it right. That's what a good crew does. And Wahpeton avoids a very potentially controversial call there. 𝐕𝐢𝐝 hits it to third. 𝐕𝐢𝐝 bobbles it. He's going to try to make a play at third. He slides feet first, and he gets him. What an athletic play by Aiden 𝐕𝐢𝐝. He bobbles the grounder, beats the runner, who's sliding head first to third base with a feet first slide himself. 𝐕𝐢𝐝 hits that one in the gap to right field. Running play off the glove of Xander Rath. This is what they call crunch time for Jaden Big Bird King. Yes, a late called strike 3 pulls the string on him, and Jaden King starts off this inning with strikeout number 10 on the day for Jaden King, and that's going to do it for him as he hits the pitch limit. But man, what a game. Somebody else is going to have to come up and carry the torch for Wahpeton out of the bullpen. Some trouble in paradise again in the 7th inning, and we'll see how Wahpeton plays bunt coverage here. And he offers and swings and misses, and that's going to be interference on the batter. Xander Rath misses the bunt at the plate. The ball's in the dirt. Jackson Fleetfoot realizes that Rath is in his way, and he attempts to throw behind the runner at second base.
Interference call at the end of the game last night, and I wanted to know, because it sure looked like it, is that something that you intentionally initiated? How did that happen?
Yeah, so I think it's happened a couple times in the beginning of the season where it's like someone is crossing the plane when I want to throw, but I never get to pull the trigger, and I just keep thinking about it after games, dang it, I wish I could have thrown that ball, got a free out for our team, but it never got to me. And then in that situation, I knew we needed an out pretty crucially, and it just popped into my mind right as I was gonna throw it to second, because the runner had a huge lead, and I saw him standing in my way, so I kind of gave it a pump fake, and I was like, oh shoot, I gotta throw it. So I threw it, and then they got it right.
And that brings up Mason 𝐕𝐢𝐝 at the top of the order. And he drives it to right center field. Cut off by Jaden King. He bobbles it, fires it into the infield just in time to hold the runner at third. But Kindred does plate a run there.
Last night when Sky gave up the base hit to 𝐕𝐢𝐝, I saw him going back to the mound. I was looking at the footage, just kind of gave him a little bit of high five. Are you even worried at all in that situation, or it didn't look like you two were too worried after?
No, so what happened was he was Skylar gets in his head a little bit, and I don't mean to downplay it at all, but he just got to keep his mind clear and just keep going forward. And I just kind of told him hey, it's gonna be all right. That's their best hitter, it's gonna happen. You're not gonna get everyone out. And he was like, all right. And then he threw a perfect strike to Jack Walden, got him to pop out. So it was I kind of try and keep him in a line and keep his head up.
Wahpeton has Skylar Blado on the mound. He's 7 for 7 in save chances this year. Pop fly behind Klosterman at first base. It looks like he's underneath it, and he'll catch it. Skylar Blado locks up the save. Jaden King strikes out 10, and Wahpeton is 3-0 in their state tournament defense. They're fired up. Jackson Fleetfoot throws his helmet about 15 feet, and Post 20 survives a 7th inning scare from Kindred. Wahpeton 3, Kindred 2 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Like Caden Kappa's shirt said the other day, one letter says it all. That's a W here on B92.7 FM. We'll be right back with your Miller Realty postgame show.
Jaden King, who was absolutely disgusting against Kindred. He had 10 strikeouts. Considering the spot and the swing and miss stuff that he had in that game, was that possibly the best outing that you've seen him have?
Numerous great outings, right? But at this point, yeah, I absolutely sat down with Jaden when we had our meetings with players, and I said, hey, more than likely you have 2 starts left of the season. Let's go make them your best. And I truly believe those are his best 2 starts of the season.
To Mandan Memorial Ballpark. It is State Sunday, Class A state baseball, and Wahpeton right in the thick of things. They are playing a team that's not so far away, Bismarck, and this will be a battle of number 1 seats tonight on B92.7 FM. I'm Robert Wanek. Let's start tonight's Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show with a little story about the boys of summer. It's August 2024. The Wahpeton American Legion baseball team is headed down I-94 to Mandan in pursuit of its second straight Class A state championship. The playlist on the bus, well, it features a mix of Don Henley, Thin Lizzy, and Little John. The Post-20 program is 135-25 since 2021, winners of 2 state titles, including an undefeated 2023 season against Class A opponents. Despite graduating star players in Tori Ulick, Gavin Schroeder, Josiah Hoffman, Jack Rittenauer, Riley Timian, and Caden Hockert from a season ago, Wahpeton is the #1 seed from the East. Fast forward to state tournament Sunday, and the team that many thought would fall off a cliff this summer is the only undefeated team left at Mandan Memorial Ballpark. Sounds like a fever dream, doesn't it? But that's the reality for Wahpeton Post-20, as they've already clinched a spot in tomorrow's state championship game. Braxton Pauley waiting in the wings to come back tomorrow, however. But it's Aiden Hyack, the youngster. He'll get the call today on the pitcher's mound, wearing number 12. Oh-1 fights off an off-speed pitch to left, and that one was misjudged by Josiah Brewer. He took a step in, and it sails over his head. That's going to be an RBI double. Swings at the first pitch, is tailing towards the right field line. Long run for the outfielder. He dives, and it's a fair ball. Hockert rounds third, King rounds second. He's going to try for a triple. There's going to be a play at third, and he's in head first. Jaden King, 6'4", and he runs like a deer with those long strides. That's a triple. Jaden King, his 33rd RBI on the season. That leads Post-20. Hits that one hard to Kappas at short. Backhanded play, quick throw to second base. 1 out, over to first. 6-4-3, that's going to do it. A double play gets Wahpeton out of the inning. Dropped by Jaden King. They're going to get a double play out of this, and that's going to end the inning. A shallow ball to right field. Jaden King comes in, tries to make the catch. He drops it. Hyack trying to sit down Zeitz. And there's the strikeout, belt high heater. Aiden Hyack warming up in the 7th. 1 down. Here comes Brewer. Great break on the ball from Josiah Brewer. Loses his ball cap. Throw over to first base, and they get the runner off. Klosterman runs him over to second base, throws it to Kappas, and he tags him out. Textbook small ball fundamentals. That's the way they're going to get a chance here in the bottom of the 7th inning to walk it off at the Class A state tournament. 2 strikes to Aiden Hyack. Squares around to bunt, and the catcher's going to bobble it. And a 2-strike bunt by Aiden Hyack. He is the man of the hour. Kappas misses the bunt, but the runner is safe at home. It's going to be a steal of home plate. Wahpeton wins. Wahpeton wins on a Carter Hockert steal of home plate. Head first slide, gets his hand in there. I can't believe it. The bunt was no good by Eli Kappas. The pitch was outside, and that allowed Carter Hockert to come screaming in for the game-winning run. It's a walk-off stolen base. Wahpeton moves to 4-0 in the state tournament. Bismarck is eliminated. And for your play of the game, come on, it's a no-brainer. We hardly ever see somebody steal home, and we never see it to win a state tournament game, but tonight we did. I couldn't believe my eyes. Carter Hockert with a textbook head-first slide. He was able to get his hand on the front of the plate.
Were you safe or were you out?
I thought right away I was safe, and then I went back and watched it, and it was really close, but I was safe.
Too close.
It was close. Good call.
As a courtesy runner this year, how did you enjoy that role? You ended up scoring the only run today and 1 of 2 runs last night.
I knew it's a big part of the game and that we needed, because Jackson needs to go get ready, and then someone needs to be quick and ready. Just got to go score that run.
First thing that I wanted to ask you is only 1 strikeout. So what do you feel was the recipe? What were you doing out there that was helping you get them out?
You know, I came in the dugout when I was done pitching down in the bullpen, and Caden told me that we probably had one of the best IOs we've had all year. So he said just put the ball in the strike zone, let him hit it, and that's what I did. You know, the boys backed me up, and you know, Coop over there is a vacuum, so just helped me out.
How nervous were you going into this spot, your first start in state tournament play?
You know, obviously it's a bigger spot. You know, we already had the championship game, so I just went up there with confidence and just played my game and just threw the ball.
What have you learned about this program? What are your thoughts about this experience now that you're going into the state championship just this whole summer? What are your biggest takeaways of what this program is about?
My biggest takeaways is we don't give up. You know, we've dropped games first game, but we came back and we've won. You know, we might have got swept by Castleton, but every other time we haven't let them sweep us. So we've just kept confident. You know, coach's got our back. You know, he's hyping us up. Players are hyping us up like Jackson and Caden. So, you know, it's just we just keep the fight going. We don't give up.
And Aiden's another kid who he threw a lot of innings for us this year. Great experience going forward. We're going to count on him the next couple of years to be one of the top arms in our rotation. I'm hoping he's Braxton Poly 2.0 coming here. Get out there and do exactly what Braxton, because that's what he did in the fourth game of the state tournament, and it was extremely effective. 70 pitch complete game. That's pretty tough to beat. That's pretty tough to beat. You're not going to have too many games where a guy goes out and throws less pitches than that.
Final day of the Class A American Legion baseball season. You know what that means. It's state championship time. Wahpeton versus Kindred, a battle of East Division Goliaths. And the pitching numbers have been absolutely marvelous. 28 innings pitched for this Wahpeton staff, a 1.75 ERA. And on the bump today, it's Braxton Poly. His first time out, all he did was go 6 innings of 2-run baseball, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk to earn the win. Post 20 is 30-6 overall, its 4th consecutive 30-win season. The Kindred Vikings, who got beat 10-0 in this game last year in Kindred, they've probably had post 20 on the whiteboard for the last 369 days. So this tournament has been everything a baseball fan could ask for. Little League home runs, complete games on the mound, walk-off wins, everything in between. So Bubba's on the bump. Looking to do it again. He's had a fine season. Rehabbed his elbow for over 6 months. Missed the entire spring baseball season. Almaris rips that one. Paulie knocks it down at the mound. Throws him out at first. Right on cue as we talk about him being a Greg Maddox clone with the glove out there. He knocks it down. Langenwalter and Hayek have been trusty infielders. And as always, Cooper Klosterman has been a vacuum at first base. Oh-2. Strike 3, looking. Bubba goes to the 66-mile-an-hour curve, and Whipple didn't know what to do with it. He's going to have a conversation with the umpire. Not going to change the outcome. Payoff pitch to Caden Kappas. Strike 3, looking. That one caught the knees. Kappas couldn't pull the trigger, and Hoyme gets out of a jam with a runner in scoring position once again. Strikes him out looking, and that was an emphatic punch-out from the home plate umpire as the curveball gets a whole lot of the strike zone for the first out of the 3rd inning. And that one is hit to Cooper Klosterman at first, lined past him. And here comes King. Comes up throwing, but Almaris is going to score easily. He slides into home for show, and Kindred takes a lead here in the state championship game, 1-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. That one hit up the middle, past Kappas, RBI single for Pulaski. He throws his fist in the air, and Kindred takes a 2-0 lead. Way off the plate, and we're going to have a run down at 3rd. Throw home, and Hayek is tagged out at the plate. So that's how the 4th inning is going to end. As Almaris grounds that one off Paulie's foot, and it's going to be a single. Bounces all the way from the mound to shortstop. After seeing those curveballs, good luck hitting the fastball. Paulie showing his stuff out there. Kindred shell shocks Wahpeton 3-0, holds post 20 to 3 hits. Wahpeton wastes another great pitching performance from Braxton Pauly. We're going to run it back for the state championship. So Wahpeton's aces are done for the tournament, and we'll see who they send out to the mound in the 2nd game of this state championship. 2-2. Strike 3, high fastball, a little pitcher-on-pitcher crime. Skylar Blado wins the battle. We're scoreless through 1. 2-2 fastball. Swing and a miss. Blado slides him a chair. Jaden King, the best hitter for Wahpeton in this tournament, a pair of triples and 3 RBIs. That one is hit very hard, deep, get out ball, off the top of the fence, and they're gonna wave Carter Hawkert around. Here he comes, Pulaski has the ball at short, throw to home, and Wahpeton takes a 1-0 lead. Jaden King does the big bird pose at second, absolutely smashed that baseball off the top of the extended fence and left. Wahpeton takes its first lead of the day on its first run of the day. End of the line for Skylar Blado. Wahpeton's closer gives them 90 pitches. How about that? 7th inning man shows he's got what it takes, digs deep, 5 frames, 4 hits, 3 walks, 4 Ks.
When we talk about bulldog mentality, he has that. He wants the ball. He's not going to shy away. And we like his stuff. We like the stuff that he brings to the mound when he comes in. He's got good tempo. He attacks the zone, and he's got one of the dirtiest curveballs around. So we want that arsenal when he's coming in. And especially the way his fastball sets his curveball up, it's great. He's got pretty good velocity, and then he throws that curveball, and it just keeps hitters off balance, and is a great combination for us to have. And he was super successful with it. Like you said, 8 for 8 in save opportunities, and we couldn't be happier for him.
So Blado keeps Wahpeton ahead in this game 1-0, and they're going to turn to Cooper Klosterman.
It was pushing about 4 weeks that he had had an appearance in a game, and
he has 0 appearances this postseason. Fastball, backwards K.
Do we throw Hawkert next, or do we throw Cooper next? And we looked at each other and said, we got to go with the senior, and put Cooper on the mound. He come in and did his job. Didn't expect anything less.
Ground ball to second base. Skylar Blado has it, throws it to first. Magic in Mandan. Wahpeton repeats. The boys are back-to-back state champions. Start the fire engines, line the streets. Wahpeton is headed home victorious. 4 straight 30-win seasons, 3 state titles. The dynasty continues. Post 20 defeats Kindred in a 1-0 classic.
Yeah, I don't know, just kind of locked in a little more. It's the postseason, everyone wants it a little more in the postseason, so just flying around, getting to everything, making all the plays I can defensively.
And what were you thinking when the matchup was Kindred again?
Wouldn't have wanted anyone else in the championship.
Do you feel bad for him at all?
No. Straight from the heart. It's brutal, but no, I don't.
Obviously, the place was pumping. Kind of just tried to block it all out. And then one pitch, I think during that last at-bat, the whole crowd got up and started. I heard that. Definitely got a little bit of chills, but I knew the job had to be finished, and I knew I had a good defense behind me, so I just threw a strike. And then they thanked them for trusting me to pitch in the state championship game.
So how's it feel to be state tournament MVP?
I mean, it feels great. It's quite an honor, to be honest. I mean, I was just trying to help my team do what I can do, basically, and just put the ball in the bat, pitch when I needed to, just help my team as much as I could. I just trusted myself and my teammates and just believed what I had and just competed and be a bulldog out there.
Last play of the game, making the final out of the state tournament. What does that feel like as a player to know that the game's over and the ball was hit to you?
It was really just getting the ground ball. I started the game, and I got to finish it, and then finish the story, close the chapter, and we were done.
Skylar, is this the main character or what?
Face the sun. Face the one that makes you live. Face the sun. Feel the warmth on your skin, feel the warmth on your skin and bow down. Feel the warmth on your skin, feel the warmth on your skin and cry out. Face the sun. Face the one that makes you live. Face the sun. Photosynthesize, photosynthesize and grow tall. Photosynthesize, photosynthesize for us all. Photosynthesize and grow tall. Photosynthesize, photosynthesize for us all.
All right, we just wanted to stop out and once again give thanks to JR and his wife for giving us the opportunity to play on one of the nicest ball fields in the state. Also want to give them thanks for rubbing elbows with the baseball gods and looking down on us. and giving us an opportunity to bring another state championship back to Post 20. Bring it home here to Wahpeton. We signed a ball for you. We're going to give you a game ball, JR, and we appreciate everything. Let's give them a Wahpeton on 3 here. 1, 2, 3.
Wahpeton.
All right, let's roll.
Take Me Out to the Ball Game, sung by Edward Meeker, Edison Record. J.T. Casey was baseball mad, had the fever and had it bad.